Hello everybody, it's a random Tuesday, and you know what that means? We get more Raiders news for some reason. But yeah, we now have more Raiders news, and because of that, I have done my obligation of freaking the hell out on social media, on everything else, and I have postponed the Blob video because of Raiders news. So this video is me analyzing the video, the release date revealed trailer for Splatoon Raiders, and showing you what I have found. Literally 6 hours ago, just so you all know, in case you didn't see my freak out on my obligatory freak out on Blue Sky. And like, of course, like a lot of you guys probably have seen the post I made on the community tab, but I I woke up to the Raiders release date trailer being dropped. I woke up to this on my phone. I literally woke up, turned my phone on to like check out just to quickly check some stuff, and it was on here. It was literally like, oh, well, there's some Tomodachi Life, but but there was like the Raiders thing, like there was a Raiders thing, right? Like in the big square. In fact, like I'll show you what it looks like now. I think this, no, it's the other way. Like like Like, this is what it looks like now. Let me pull up the... Because I took a screenshot by complete accident. Let me... Because of course I did. So let me just pull that up. Yeah. I woke up to this. I woke up to this. Like, this was... I took this as soon as I saw it. Like, complete accident. Complete accident. Just Raiders. Right in the big square. Right in the big square. So yeah. I pretty much, in fact, I could probably, okay, let me get my setup looking a bit more professional by adding this light. You can kind of tell I was not prepared for this at all today. I was waking up. It's meant for much further away, so I'll just do that. That should be good enough. This is all just a rush. You can kind of see my bed is a bit of a mess right now because I'm kind of just rushing to get to talk about this. So yeah. I woke up to two Raiders on my right front and center, and it was like and it took me like a second because I was just waking up, and it was like, huh, and then it hit me that was Raiders. Like, what? And I remember shouting at the top of my lungs about it, and like I watched it, and it was just like I was going insane. So yeah, I just wanted to go through and so for this video, I just want to go through and like show you guys like what I found and give you guys my speculation as to everything in this trailer, like what I think is going on. Cause like, yeah, we get a lot more in this trailer. Do we like? Is it a lot? Kinda no, but it's still a lot. It's still a lot more than what we had in the previous trailer. And yes, I also have this pulled up, and it is for a reason. Because again, because pretty much I'm going to be going through and sharing like everything that came to mind when when I watched the trailer, when I watched the Raiders trailer. I pretty much when I watched the Raiders trailer initially, I was just freaking out, and when I went back to analyze it and all that, oh my god, it's number one on trending. That's funny. That's cool. But I noticed a lot of things that I want to talk about now. So let's just get into this, and I'll pause the video whenever I have a thought. So whenever I want to share something. So yeah, let's get into this. and immediately I'm gonna pause because we've never seen this angle of the ship. We've never seen this angle of the ship. We've never seen this. Like back in the original trailer, the only backwards angle we got was of Big Man. Like like we had this big angle which really showed everything, which really kind of showed everything we have of the ship we had of the ship for the longest time, for 10 months. We had nothing but like front on angles. Like, and I believe this was pretty much the only backwards facing angle, or at least the closest we had to a backwards facing angle of the ship. And now that we have this trailer, we now know what the ship looks like from the back, which I find pretty cool. And I looked to make sure that I looked and like analyzed like this angle, this close up, and all that, and like this and this to see if there's anything new. And the ship generally looks the same. I think the lighting is a bit different, and I think, and I. And really, like, I think the lighting is different here. If you really look, like, so if you look here, you see there's like light here. This is like the downward ramp that we see here. This is like same thing. This is, you see that little handle, you see that little fence there. It's angled downward. It's the same fence that's right here. So it kind of makes me think like this is the same area as here. It makes me wonder if this is the same, if the lighting is either just different because it's a later on in development, or if there's like kind of a day-night cycle, or like a daytime, or like maybe the ship changes angle, maybe the ship actually moves around in the world, and so this is like a different angle to it's like the ship's at a different angle in this trailer than it is in this trailer. Like this is the beginning of the game, and this is like a bit later on in the game, maybe. So the ship is it's at a different angle because it's a different point in the game. Who knows? Maybe there's a day-night cycle, or like at least a semi or at least a somewhat day-night cycle. Who knows? But yeah, the shadows are different. I don't know the reason for that, but I thought that was interesting. I also thought it was interesting that we got this angle for the ship, because we didn't exactly have that much to work with when it comes to this ship, which in my opinion kind of sucks. But we now have more of the ship, and for longer. And of course I scoured for a while to figure out where the mechanic was on the ship, where our starting point was in the game. And I thought, like, I looked here, I looked like, okay, like maybe they're right, like in this general area. Let me just go back frame by frame. Just hold the button. No. Boop. They're right there. If you didn't notice that before, I don't blame you. I didn't notice it at first, but the mechanic is right there. And you. Okay, I'm not gonna pause at this point. I'm gonna wait until they stand up. There we go. Okay, so I want to pause here because again, it's related to the previous trailer. I don't know why I went to the beginning of the announcement trailer. This is a better angle of the player character. So as we see here, this is the player character. This is the pilot's helmet. I suspected that is mostly, like, I think everyone figured that these two are the same character. This kind of confirms that. And I was wondering, okay, they have a little thing tied, or they have like a shirt or a sweater tied around their waist. Is that like the same thing that they were wearing? Is that like the little jacket that they were wearing when they like of their like the jacket of their pilot uniform that they were wearing? I went back to the original to the announcement trailer. And no, it's not. Unfortunately, it would have been so cool if it was, because it was like, oh, they were holding on to it, like they were kind of holding on to it, but no, it's they're wearing like the closest thing that I can think of being like, okay, yeah, that might be like from the original pilot thing outside of the helmet, is the gloves. The gloves, honestly, realistically, are most likely, or like the most likely to be like related to the pilot uniform, and even then, these seem different because they're fingerless gloves compared to the normal gloves that they're wearing in the announcement trailer, and they're not even wearing the boots or the same pants or anything like that. It's like completely different fits. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I thought for a second like, oh, do they have their original? Are they still holding on to parts of their original uniform? Maybe no, they're not. Unfortunately, would have been cool. I do wonder though if we in the game like I'll bring this up. Like I'll bring up this a bit later because there's a part of the trailer because this kind of released this a bit later, but there's like a part of the trailer a bit later where we get to see where we get like specific stuff where we get like where there's like a specific detail that this kind of relates to, but I wonder if we eventually will get our pilot uniform again, like if we will get our pilot uniform as a fit to wear, where there'd be like parts of the uniform or if just the overall uniform in general. I do wonder that. I do wonder that. This whole thing's just cool. We got new hairstyles. We got new hairstyles. And I think they all look pretty decent. I I will note though, I don't really like the hairstyles that are like this where it just looks like you took a knife and cut into the hair, because the hair is like a solid little blob on the inkfish's head. At least that's what it looks like. I believe it does act kind of like actual hair to a point, but it does kind of look like you're just like intentionally cutting the stuff with like a knife, and it just always makes me feel uncomfortable. It always just makes me feel a little uncomfortable. You know that hair that's just kind of cut off at the ends, and also the pigtails. Those also make me a little uncomfortable because because like the ones that look cut off at the end, they like it's just like why it just kind of makes me feel like, oh, what happened? Why does your hair look like that? Why does it look like it was cut at a specific point? No, it doesn't look like it ends naturally, and same thing with the pigtails. It looks like the poor inkling got their hair stuck in a blender. It looks like their hair got stuck in a blender, and that's just the result. And they decided to work with it for the time being until it grew out again. But yeah, so yeah, this particular hairstyle kind of looks. It kind of just makes me a little uncomfortable. I'm going to be honest. But nonetheless, both of the hairstyle and hey, we got more hairstyles. I really like that we get 6 more Octoling hairstyles. Dude, this is so fucking cool. That we get more Octoling hairstyles. Like Like, we get 6 Inkling hairstyles. They already have more than enough, but Octolings get 6 hairstyles as well, which is more than they usually get per game. I remember Octolings only got like 4 hairstyles in Splatoon 2, and I think didn't they get like 4 more in Splatoon 3? now they get 6 more. So if like Splatoon 3 or Splatoon 4, like if Splatoon 3 gets an update that allows it to detect if you have Splatoon Raiders, that would be really fucking cool. And it adds the like hairstyles. I would be down for that. Like because that would be even more hair. Like of course. Also, I just realized what the. I mean, if it works, it works. It's using AV cables. They're using AV cables. That's funny. But yeah. But yeah, oh God, what was I saying? Sorry, ADHD moments. But yeah, maybe like if Splatoon 3 got updated to detect if you have Splatoon Raiders and then gave you the hairstyles from Raiders for you to use, like yeah, that's kind of like it's kind of giving those who have extra money more privilege, like you get like oh you have the money to get only a $500 console but also a $50 to $60 game. Do the $60 physical is better, but overall it's like oh my god. Like it would be so cool. Like I understand that Raiders like it's gonna be like a big case of like do you have the extra money for the game, but like I honestly really hope that they do that either for Splatoon 3 or Splatoon 4, either one. Like either like Splatoon 3 gets updated to detect it, or Splatoon 4 comes with the ability to detect if you have raiders. So so yeah, that's like I just wanted to gush about that because like it's so cool that Octolings finally have even more hairstyles now, and they get the same amount added as the Inklings. Oh my god. Oh, eventually we'll get an equal amount of Inkling and Octoling hairstyles. I know it, but it's just gonna take forever. Oh my god. Please, Nintendo, add more Octoling hairstyles, please. Even if it's like Splatoon 4 gets like an even amount of Octoling hairstyles to Inkling hairstyles. Just add more. And if you allow us to just add more, and if you would please allow us to have the Splatoon Raiders hairstyles as well. even if it's just like a case of like you have to have Raiders get to get the hairstyles, that would be fine. Is just please. I would prefer I bet like everyone would prefer not having to get the game to get the hairstyles, but I think that would be how they would actually do it. Just please, Nintendo, more hairstyles for Octolings. I don't like how they have literally no options. Oh, oh god, the eyebrows. It looks so bad, bro. Oh, I'm sorry to anyone who wants to pick eyebrows, because eventually someone's gonna have to pick the unibrow. Someone's gonna have to pick the unibrow, and I'm sorry, but I'm sorry if this is rude, but it makes you look like a fucking caveman. You're gonna look like, if you want to pick the unibrow, you're gonna have to deal with looking like a goddamn caveman. uh, it's cool that they have some kind of unique options, though. It's cool, but why did they go for the unibrow? I wonder if Octolings also have unibrows. Oh god. I can imagine though, I can imagine somebody intentionally picking unibrows to make themselves look like a prehistoric human. I'm not gonna say let the unibrow makes look bad, but oof, just oof. I know some people are not gonna like that look. It's probably gonna be a very unpopular, um, it's probably gonna be a very unpopular, um, thing. It's probably gonna be very unpopular, but like, damn, it's cool. The eyebrow options are cool. I just and at least they're giving some. At least they're giving the options out there for people who want the unibrow. Oh god, let me get a better look at that third option though. Ooh, that kind of looks good if under certain some circumstances. If you're trying to go for a very specific look, I can see that working really well. A single-player focused game. Note the wording here, by the way. Note the wording here. Single-player focused. Single-player focused. So and I point this out. I want to point this out because I want to show you guys something. You can adventure on your own in Splatoon Raiders, but you can also bring up to 3 other players in on the action, near or far. Don't worry about balance or difficulty, whether you team up with friends or go solo. It all evens out. We have online play. We have online cooperation. We have online cooperation. We have online co-op play, and local co-op play. And of course, they show like 2 consoles here, intentionally because like I've seen some people think go on to think like, oh my god, couch co-op, which I mean would be cool, but like I'm pretty sure no. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like every other Splatoon game when it comes to every other like non-Wii used Splatoon game where that has local play. It's gonna be multiple consoles. I'm sorry. Your friend is going to need to get a Switch too if you want to play this with them. Which, I mean, you have options at least. You have options. But yeah, online co-op. When I first, I saw one of my Blue Sky Mutuals post about this, post this screenshot saying it's like, oh my god, it's even got co-op play. I looked at it and went, yeah, sure, maybe, I feel like you probably just made that up. It looks like you probably meticulously that's probably like a screenshot from the release date trailer, and you just edited it and just really did a really good job copying it. But nope. It's officially real. It's officially real, and I only found out about that after I looked it up because I saw some other people talking about it too. And I'm gonna be honest. This is sick as hell. Especially since me and Crazy Toby, were talking about Raiders a good while, like a few months ago. And we were talking about Raiders. The topic of Raiders came up. And I said, hey, don't you think it would be cool if we could play Raiders together? Fucking Nintendo, you sons of bitches. But yeah, when this is inevitably going to be a game I stream, guaranteed, and expect one of those to at least one of them to be a collab, I don't like calling it a collab. I'm just because especially since I'm just hanging out with my friends. But yeah, they expect us to be playing on expect one of my Raider streams to be a co-op stream where I'm playing with at least Toby as well. I might filter in some other people because I know Toby doesn't play for the longest time, but just know that it's guaranteed at some point I'm going to be playing this with him. in online co-op, guaranteed. I can't wait for more trailers to come out, by the way, so we get more information on this. I would love to hear about how the co-op play actually works. Like, how does it how does it work? Like, I'm gonna guess, like when you're on the islands, it's probably going to be a case like oh, like, let me switch it over back. Like it's gonna be a case of like, oh, the the game is going to be it's going to, like, when you're on the island, it's going to act like how it's going to normal like how it like normally when you're both on the same team in Splatoon 3 or Splatoon 2. Like, you can shoot each other, but it doesn't do anything to you. It's probably going to be something like that. Or and when you're on the ship, it's gonna be like if you're in the lobby. It's like, that's my first thought, but I really hope, please, Nintendo, I hope it's a case that you can mess around anywhere. You can, like, it's like you're in a, it's like it's gonna act like how it normally does when you're in a match, where you guys are like fully visible to each other. You can interact with each other, like run into each other, squid party with each other and all that, like, and you get, and like, it's just like, it's gonna be like that. I hope it's like that, genuinely, because that would be, because like Nintendo has a weird fascination with turning people into ghosts within the past few years. I've noticed that in their online play stuff, they have a weird fascination with turning people into ghosts. So yeah, I hope it's not that kind of stuff. It's not that kind of situation again. I hope that Raiders actually lets us like fully interact with our friends, like we are meant to, like how we're meant to. So anyway, really, it's been what, like over half an hour of me yapping, and we're only a minute into the fucking trailer. God. Oh, this is gonna tie back to, this is gonna tie back to the announcement trailer, but I don't know if any. So I went through. So I talked about this on Blue Sky. I mentioned this on Blue Sky, but I went through and analyzed the crap out of everything you can find in the announcement trailer. I didn't make a video on it. Like, I specifically tried to figure out, like, oh, like, what is everything here? And like, is there like any additional thing that I can figure out? And I want to point out something, like, and this specific scene actually works out really well. Do you see these things here? I noticed these. I noticed these during my analysis of the announcement trailer. Again, I didn't make a video on it, but I did. Let me like this. I definitely did notice these when I went through and analyzed this. If for those who don't know, the like in all of in across all salmonid territory, say, like, you will find stuff like pots and pans, forks, knives, spoons, and like silverware, pottery, cookware, anything that has to do with food. You'll find big giant versions of that stuff throughout salmonid territory in the background, or sometimes on the stage itself, because that can happen too. But but these look suspiciously like a fork and spoon. It looks like there's a fork and spoon here. What do we have here but a bunch of bent forks and whatever this is. I know this is something. It doesn't look like anything specifically though, but like, we got a bunch of bent forks here. That's a sign of that's definitely a sign of salmonid activity, at least. Like, salmonids having held up in the area. And you can kind of see throughout the trailer as well, like more of that stuff. Like throughout the trailer as a whole, like look, more bent silverware over here. Like a spoon and a fork, another fork. I think that's another spoon there. So yeah, we got salmonids. We definitely like from this point onward. If you have the knowledge that I do, you would be able to go, oh yes, yeah, okay, we got salmonids, I think. Okay, so this is editing max. This is me after I'm in the middle of editing. It's like really, oh, why is the number? No, it's 3 a.m. right now. I'm editing the video, and I remembered something that I wanted to talk about, but I was too busy talking about the forks and spoons and all the other stuff in the background of the video, indicating salmonids might be an area, or like the salmonid that just pointing out the forks, the bent forks and all that, and how that kind of pertains to the salmonids. I was too busy doing that to point out something else that I noticed. So as you guys can see here, there's an arcade machine. I wanted to talk about this arcade machine, but I just completely forgot to. So I noticed this arcade machine. I was looking at at the group here, kind of seeing if their designs have changed at all. It doesn't seem like it, but I noticed this arcade machine behind Fry, and it kind of makes me wonder why we have what's the purpose of the arcade machine? Why do we have an arcade machine here? Is there any reason for the arcade machine? Is it like, does it allow us to change settings or something? It's like a unique way of changing settings, or like doing some other stuff? Or is it like, do we have Squid Jump? Do we have Squid Racer now? So is it the return of Squid Beats? Is it like Squid Beats Raiders? Like, what's the point of the arcade machine? Why do we have an arcade machine here? Is this just decorative, or is it not decorative? I don't know. I don't know. I hope it actually does mean something. Like this thing actually does, like, it is actually like something that we can interact with, and it actually has a pretty cool use. I'm hoping that this arcade machine here is it's a case of like, oh, we get mini games finally. We get mini games again after several, almost a decade, I think, almost a decade, like very close to a decade of all that, of like almost no no little arcade mini games. So yeah, because it kind of looks like you got like, if this thing is interactable, it kind of might have like some stuff that like, it's got multiple buttons. It's got a joystick whisk thing. Oops, it's got a joystick whisk thing. So maybe we could actually have some mini games like Squid Jump again. Maybe we'll see the return of Squid Jump. Who knows? But I just wanted to talk about this. I just wanted to talk about this because like I forgot to in the original recording. So yeah, I just wanted to touch in on that, just in case. See, just in case, like, just in case anyone else might have noticed it and was wondering if I was going to talk about this. I didn't want to, and especially since I did actually want to talk about this. So yeah, that's all. Anyway, back to the rest of the video. And also, there's a pretty cool Splattershot Junior we have. I don't like. I analyzed everything here for like over the course of an entire hour, and there's there's like at least a few scenes like this where there's just nothing, man. Here. This is really cool. This is really cool. When I first saw this scene here, of Big Man rolling up behind our player character. I thought it was pretty cool. It's like, oh, Big Man's just riding with us in the little. It's like, oh, it's not a robot. It's like it's actually like someone just riding with us in the little mech. Cause like, cause like, cause like we only had like that angle. We barely got to see, we didn't get to see the front. Like Nintendo was so careful to like not show us what everything was, which admittedly, yeah, of course they got a reason to do that. But like we legitimately thought it was a little robot. Like I remember quite a few people legitimately thought it was a little robot. But no, it's a little mech, which honestly I find kind of I think is honestly pretty cute. Like a lot cuter than all that. Cause like look how scrunched up in there he is. Like look how scrunched up Big Man is in there. It's like he kind of looks a little uncomfortable, but like he's willing to put up with it just to be with his little just to help out his little friend. The little friend, his little friend, the mechanic. He looks really cute. Those salmonids. God, I love these designs. Also, before we continue, there's a couple things I want to note here. I want to talk about here. First off, the quicker one. There's a couple gaps here. There's a couple like big straight gaps of just water in this scene. And there's a little onion ring right here. I know it's not called an onion ring, but like there's a little onion ring here. Like, and it kind of implies to me, because I don't see any ink rails. I don't see any, like I see these little speed pads, but I don't see any like ink rails. I don't see any ride rails. So, does that mean this is the first Splatoon game where we actually traverse across water for the first time ever, defying Inkling and Octoling biology? Where they literally cannot fucking swim in water. For those who don't know, Inklings and Octolings traded out their ability to swim in water to swim in ink instead. So maybe in this game we actually have a way of traversing the water safely without drowning. Which by the way, yes, the dying animation for Inklings and Octolings when they fall in water, it's not them exploding because of the water dissolving them. They're literally just drowning. They're literally just drowning. But yeah, I do wonder if we actually have a way of traversing the water, because it does seem like we don't have any other way that we would normally have of traversing the water. I do imagine the water still kills us, so I'm gonna guess maybe we can use the mech. Like maybe we use the mech to traverse the water. Like maybe we get on the, so like when we get close to the water, maybe Big Man or Shiver or Fry gets in like drives the mech into the water, and we jump on top of it and just ride on it in like the Superman pose, maybe. I don't know. Also, note the Salmonid's ink color in this game. It's a brownish yellow, which I find pretty cool. Because I've been kind of wondering for a while why the Salmonid's ink color goes from green in Splatoon 2 to kind of a turquoise-ish in Splatoon 3, and the ink color being yellow in Splatoon Raiders. It kind of makes me think maybe it's kind of a regional thing, like the Salmonids in Splatoon 3 have a different ink color because they're different Salmonids. They're not the same Salmonids that you encounter in Splatoon 2. Those Salmonids have a different diet or something, so their ink color is different to those in Splatoon 3 because they also have a different diet themselves. Probably same thing for these Salmonids here. It's probably a case that these Salmonids have a different ink color altogether because they eat something they have a completely different diet themselves. So yeah, I just wanted to like bring that up because I don't know if anyone even noticed that fact. It's kind of hard to tell with the Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 Salmonids, but I definitely think it's very noticeable with Raiders, and I do wonder if other people are wondering why that is. I definitely am wondering. I wonder if they're gonna have any lore, any like Sunken Scroll type lore in the game that kind of shows, like, oh, this is like, oh, like salmonids, if they consume like depending on what kind of fish or food they consume, they like depending on what kind of food they consume, their ink can take on many different kinds of colors. And it's like kind of like society wide, like if this whole society, like the whole society tends to consume a very specific food sources depending on where they live, and they rarely deviate off that, and as such their ink color, the color of their salmonid ink like changes color. Like I wonder if that's the case. I wonder if that's just the case of it, of how it is, of all that, because like the ink color here is yellow. So again, I wonder why the ink color is yellow. Is it just stylistic? Is there any lore that pertains to why the ink color is yellow? It would be nice to know. It would be nice to know, and I hope we get some lore that kind of explains that away. That kind of explains why that is. So. And as I was stating just now, I really like these designs. They're like, cause I showed like me and my dad watched the trailer together, and he mentioned how it kind of looks like the Pacific Islanders. How the design kind of reminds him of the design kind of reminds my dad of the Pacific Islanders, and yeah, I can see that. And and honestly, I really like how the design, like I just overall like the design. It looks really nice, and it kind of gives off like these are different salmonids than the salmonids we normally go after. Like the salmonids we normally go after have overalls and all that. These kind of mimic the overalls, but they are still different. So yeah, so does kind of make me think, like, given the ink color is different, the designs are different, does make me think that there are different kinds of salmonid cultures. Like there are different kinds of salmonids, and as somebody pointed out, these salmonids are red compared to the normal gray that we normally see with salmonids. So these are probably these are and they suspect that these are probably based off sockeye salmon, which if you're Splatoon brainwadded, yes, sockeye is a type of salmon. Everything relating to Salmon Run is a salmon joke. It's a pun on salmon, on different kinds of salmon or different kinds of fishing. So yeah, these are definitely different types. This is definitely like a different society of salmon, which is probably a reason for why the ink color is more, sorry to say this, but puke-like. It's more puke-like in color. So it might explain away why the color is different, why the color is overall different. Let me like this. It might explain away why why the color is different. So yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out, and I'm really liking the new salmon designs as well. Like there's the pterodactyl. Like there's this little pterodactyl or like vulture like pterodactyl slash vulture salmonid, probably more vulture than pterodactyl, but like my first thought was pterodactyl, but it's like more vulture like looking salmonid. There's this kind of Moz looking salmonid, like a land Moz. like it kind of attacks like a horizontal Moz. So maybe it's like so maybe this is kind of like a land shark type thing, like how Moz is like meant to be kind of like a standard shark, I guess. I'm thinking they're kind of Moz is kind of meant to be like Jaws, like an actual shark. Like this is probably like meant to be like kind of like a land shark or something like that. Like I do like, but like yeah, I'm really liking these. I really like these designs, and this one, like in this one, as a lot as I've seen a couple of as I've seen like someone point out, this kind of looks like Sid from Ice Age, but nonetheless, it like this design is particularly kind of cute. If only it was why must it be of course it's got the whole why is it friend shaped when it not friend type problem, but and the fucking like different design for the stinger and scrapper. Like, I wonder if that is just a Moz, though. I wonder if that horizontal Moz-looking thing is just a Moz. It just looks different because it's a different society of salmonids, so they develop differently. But yeah, even like as you saw, the stingers look different, the scrappers look different, and all the and as we can see, like Shiver can pilot Shiver can pilot the mech. And it's like the salmonids have different designs and all that, and it's just like the boss salmonids we're used to have different designs. We get new salmonids, and it's just and they all the same, and like and it's just like no. Yeah, it's like we get different designs. Because it's just super cool. Like this whole the new salmonid designs are super cool, and I'm very hopeful that the salmonids are going to be that fighting the salmonids is going to be as cool as they look. Oh god, I fucking I fucking love this part of the fucking trailer though. Why does he fly away like that? Yeah, it's a big man in there as well. No! Whee! Man, fuck you! Why has nobody made a meme out of that? Fuck off. Bam! Seriously? Seriously, nobody's made a meme out of that yet. It's so funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I just want to I'm sorry, hold on. But yeah, okay. We got so yeah, this is like the first time we've ever seen any of the like any of the HUD. So this is like we finally have the HUD here. We finally get our first look at the HUD, which is a lot of stuff here that to look at. I'm just gonna point this out. I think this kind of like this particular text here kind of gives off Donkey Kong Bonanza vibes. I'm going to be honest. It kind of gives Donkey Kong Bonanza vibes, I'm going to be honest. And that kind of docks at points because it just feels like, oh, is this the new... Is this the new era? Is this the new generic era of Nintendo where almost every game has a very similar art style? when it comes to its HUD. Like, if you don't know, like, for those who don't know what I mean by that, like, look at Mario Odyssey, and then like this like Super Mario Party, and like a couple of the, and then like a couple of the other games. They have very similar art styles, and it's like when it comes to like the HUDs, like when it comes to like the text, it's like it's very like they're using Calibri or Arial text for their text boxes. They and the like it's very simplified. And it's like it's fine, but like I kind of wonder if this is going to be like the new generic era, if this is going to be like the new generic moment of Nintendo, where they just make games that have very similar looking elements to them. Like Breath of the Wild had like, if I'm not mistaken, has like a very similar kind of like vibe with its like text boxes and stuff as Mario Odyssey, and that has and like Super Mario Party and all that. Like there was a moment at the beginning of the era, of the beginning of the new console generation, where where every game for just a little bit had very similar elements to them. Like they're like not like overall elements. Like the games were different. They had unique art styles, but like certain elements blended together. It was like it was very obvious like that the certain elements were pretty much the same, and like you could very easily tell like the menu like the menus for like a couple of the games for a couple of the games were very similar to each other. Hell, I think Mario Party, Super Mario Party, what is it? What is it? Oh, I have it. Let me go look. Oh, I don't even need to. I remember. Mario Party Superstars. Like, Mario Party Superstars and Mario Party Jamboree all have very similar overall art styles to each other, and especially to Mario Odyssey. Like, yeah, there's some differences, and it's like in the text boxes and like other like stuff like that look very similar to that of like Mario Odyssey. Like the Mario parties, the Switch Mario parties have very similar text boxes and like selection boxes and menus to that of Mario Odyssey, and to that of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I think to an extent Tears of the Kingdom. I think they're like, it's just a portion of games that have like where certain elements look very similar to other games to those same elements of other games. So I wonder if the beginning of this, I wonder if the vibe I'm getting here is very similar to that, is very similar to that specific moment in during the Switch era, and it's kind of somewhat extended forward into like the latter half of the Switch era. Like games overall have their own art style, but but they kind of feel, but like certain aspects just kind of feel similar to other games that to like the very same types of stuff with like other games and all that. I'm fairly certain I'm fairly certain I'm like it's just a coincidence, and there's and all that this kind of gives off Donkey Kong Bonanza vibes, but it definitely does have Donkey Kong Bonanza vibes in my opinion. Like I don't and I haven't even played Donkey Kong Bonanza, and it still gives off vibes to that because of like what I know of that game. Like, and I've played the demo as well. So like I don't know. I can definitely it's definitely just like an art style thing. It's definitely fairly unique. I think a big part of it is the color and the font mixed together. Kind of this text kind of reminds me of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think that's why. I think it's like the font, but like I think more the font than it is the color of the text. So, oops. Uh, but yeah. Anyway, enough talking about. I could talk. I could probably continue talking about this for a while. So I'll just move on. Why is the resolution not perfect? Come on now. Come on now, YouTube. But yeah, okay. Um. Anyway, now we also got like a couple. We also got. It seems as if we got a new currency in the game in the series. We now have a new currency in the series, in the form of the spiralite crystals, which we learned the name of a bit later in the trailer. We also got a level bar. I wish you could turn off the play bar thing. We also got a we also have a level bar, which I'm gonna guess like goes up depending on like depending on how much whatever this game's equivalent of experience is. We also have another bar here. I wonder what that's for. I'm gonna guess it's kind of related to this thing in the corner. This thing in the corner here. I wonder if it's kind of related to that. We also have a little like a mech thing. We also got a little mech indicator. I really do wonder what this little bar here. I don't think it's I don't think it's an ink. I don't think it's like ink related because the ink tank here is blue instead of the kind of seafoam green, like kind of mint green that we had earlier. So I couldn't even say like, oh, it's probably like an ink bar, or like an ink tank bar or whatever. It could be a health bar. It could be like a health bar, but I don't know Splatoon is the kind of series to add a health bar. Unless it's Splatoon 3 in the most recent update, then yeah, but that's for the enemies only, not for you. Oh, and also, oh, and also this is pretty cool as well. The little name over the mech showing like, oh, that's who's in the mech. It's Shiver in the mech at the moment, and their little face showing up here, their little head icon showing up here, along with I'm gonna guess this is a power egg meter, kind of similar to probably got the same kind of mechanic, kind of like maybe a very similar mechanic to that of like Small Fry from Little Buddy from Splatoon 3. You know, Little Buddy, you know, little guy. It's the little guy. But yeah, he's probably got a very similar mechanic to Little Buddy, where you gotta have a certain amount of power eggs to do a very specific action. In this case, I wonder if it's like if that's supposed to be like the new special meter or something, because of what we see later on. What we see later on in the trailer, I do wonder if that is like kind of a similar type of thing where it's like where you fill it up, you fill up the power egg meter, and you get to do a very specific action with that, like that powers up the person in the mech, and so you can do like a very specific action with them for like a limited amount of time. I don't know. We don't know we don't know really what all these things do. We know they exist, but we don't know what they do. So yeah, and I'm gonna point this out again. I do wonder what this bar is for. Like, what is that there in the corner? Is that actually like the ink tank? Or is that like something else specifically? I have no idea, because this is one of the only times we see like one of the only times we see the HUD, really. So yeah, and of course we got the whole 3 life system here in the corner, because why not? Oh, and also, what's this here? Like I'm gonna guess maybe like I'm gonna just throw a shot in the dark that this is probably like, hey, you got a new gadget here. You got a little doodad here that you can use if you press the R button. I'm gonna guess that's what this is. It's just a little indicator if you have a new like little thing, like if you have a new gadget, like in that slot they haven't used before. It's probably like, hey, try it out type of thing. I'm gonna guess that's what that is. And Fry also is also able to use the mech as well. Like everyone was focusing on Big Man and Shiver. Like yeah, they get the front of every. They get the baby put up on the front of it, but but Fry also gets to use the mech too. I just wanted to just kind of pause for a second to kind of show that it has been an hour since I started this, and we're not even 2 minutes in, bro. I yap way too much. I love this series way too much. But yeah, I'm gonna guess. Okay, there's a couple things I actually want to point out here. Like, of course, I've already pointed out Fry. Hell yeah. But I also want to point out, I also want to point out like a couple other things. Primarily the paint, because the way the paint looks in this scene kind of irritates me because it's supposed to look three-dimensional, and in every other game, it has looked kind of three-dimensional, like it was a three-dimensional thing. It's painfully obvious. It's painfully obvious to me that this is a two-dimensional image. It's probably not gonna look like that when we actually play the game. This is probably just a consequence of like the angle that they picked here, the not the unnatural angle that they probably picked here. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to point out how painfully obvious this paint looks. The ink on the ground does not look three-dimensional, unfortunately, like it usually does in game. So I just wanted to point that out in case nobody else noticed it. I'm gonna guess it's probably just a development thing. They're probably gonna like rectify that before game releases. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out given the angle we currently have, given this angle. Ugh. But yeah, okay. Now to the main thing I actually wanted to talk about, and that's the fact that we have this brush here. Kind of makes me kind of speculate that maybe we have to go through and find our weapons. Because people were discussing for a while, given our character is a mechanic, maybe we have to make our weapons, and consequently, people also thought like, oh, maybe we'll be able to make our own kits. And I mean, technically, yes, we do get to make our own kits, but it seems like we have to find the weapons first, and then, as we'll see later in the trailer, we get to upgrade them we might be able to upgrade them along with other stuff. But at least we have to find these things. We have to find our weapons, which are probably scattered about, kind of like with the rest of the treasures that we see. And yeah, so it's probably like we gotta find these weapons scattered across the Spiralite Islands, and we can just, and my suspicion is that we can upgrade these, maybe. Oh god, and the map. Oh my god, I didn't talk about the. I don't think I talked about this the first time we saw the map. Yeah, I didn't talk about this the first time I saw the map, so I'll talk about it now. But I really like the design of the map. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that you can see like the salmonids on the map as well, like the salmonids painted on top of the map. Like there's big shots here. There's like chum here. You can kind of see like a bunch of the other, like there's stingers here. You can like see the salmonids on the map, and I think that's really cool. I genuinely think that is really cool. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, at least to point that out, because I thought that was really cool. I genuinely, as hell, this is a pretty good example in and of itself of what I'm about to talk about. But like, I love the aesthetic of this game. This game's aesthetic is super cool. Genuinely, this game's aesthetic is super cool. I love it a lot. The design of all the salmonids, the design of everything, the art style, just everything about this looks so cool. I love it. Oh my god. Oh, hold on. I think is that a Goldie I saw? No, okay, I don't think it was. But we do get to see more types of salmonids in this, like the Slamonid, who do look different as well in this. Like they do, like the Slamonlids look different. There's also the fish. There's also the fish stick here. There's also the fish stick here. The fish sticks don't look that different, but they do. But like the stick itself doesn't look that different from normal. But the cones that they use are different, so they're at least mildly different. And the Slamonlids, I don't know how different they are, but yeah, you can definitely see like they're like the designs of these salmonids are different. Like the bosses have different designs and all that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And oh, let's. I can't really see too well. I can't really see it too well. But I also note that we're fighting for, like, it seems as if we have to fight for this crystal, which, as we'll see here, we actually, like, I'm guessing, we gotta fight for this crystal. Again, we gotta fight the Salmonids for these crystals, which are where the treasures are, I'm guessing. We gotta fight for these crystals, and then once we win the fight, we get to drill through these crystals to get, as you can see here, the treasure chests along with spiralite crystals and all that, and a few other things it seems. And the chests give us stuff like the two-fisted salmonid statue here. I really do wonder, honestly, like, it does seem like the general concept is that we went to the Spiralite Islands for whatever reason, and now we're fighting through Salmonid territory and pillaging their treasures. We're now kind of like fighting them and taking their treasure and all that. I think that seems to be the general gameplay loop, is we're fighting Salmonids to get to their treasure, and then once we get to their treasure, we pretty much take it and run, and it gives us, and each one gives us an individual, like, little boost that we can probably select in the in the little equipment menu that we'll see a bit later. That seems to be the general gameplay loop, is we're just fighting Salmonids, we're stealing their treasure, and once we get the treasure, it gives us a boost that we can use for our own stuff, and as such, we can then use those little boosts that these treasures give us to allow us to tackle harder and harder Salmonid swarms to get better and better treasures. It seems that seems to be the general gameplay loop. At least that's how it seems to me. And speaking of the equipment stuff, honestly, this is pretty cool. We've just now hit the 2-minute mark, and it's been an hour and 15 minutes since I started recording. Yippee! Oh god, I love this series too much, man. But yeah, okay. But yeah, so it seems like from here we can create, and it seems like this is the mechanic. This is a mechanic shack. It seems that when we go here, it seems like we can upgrade. We might be able to upgrade our ship and create new gadgets, and to create these gadgets and all that, and upgrade the ship and just like get all the other upgrades that we see in like a bit later. It seems like what we need to do is we have to fight the Salmonids to be able to create these gadgets. Like, we need like 5 Scrapper's glass windows. So we get like 5 of those plus 500 spiralite shards, and that allows us to create this specific gadget, the Splat Shit. I'm gonna be honest. It's like, I really wonder what all the materials are gonna be that we're gonna need to have for all the different stuff, because this is a really cool concept, honestly. And like the stuff it allows us to do is really cool. And holy shit, look, and of course, holy shit, look at those damage numbers. 947. That's 447 more than it takes to kill a scrapper. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane. Oh god. Oh my god. And these designs too. The fact that we get to see these designs, like more of these designs, is insane. Just the designs are super cool. Okay. I could probably gush about about this game's general design for like ever, but like, oh my god. This, oh my god. And oh my god, dude. Just the designs. Oh my god, and the different power-ups that you get as well. Oh my god, and the different fits too, because like if you I don't know if you guys noticed, but the mechanic has different fits throughout the whole trailer, so it does make me wonder, do we get to see, like, how do we get to customize our character? Oh my god. And and as you guys can see, that doesn't look like a golden egg. That doesn't look like a golden egg. What is that the steelhead dropped? What did it drop there? Because that was a steelhead. The steelhead died, and it didn't drop golden eggs like you would normally expect. What is that? Is that just like kind of like a 10 ring from Sonic, or like a 10 coin, a 50 coin from Mario Maker? Or just Mario? Like, is it like is it just like a compacted like little thing of power eggs? Like, what is that? What did they drop? Is it because, like, given this isn't Salmon Run, we can't have them have golden eggs, otherwise that would be weird. So instead we're gonna have like a power egg like a multiplied power egg drop thing. Like, what is that? What is that? This is cool. I saw people make fun of this. Oh, here, this was what I was talking about earlier. So, yeah, this was what I was talking about earlier. Of the, like, with the, yeah, the splat shit. Yeah. So, this was what I was talking about earlier with the, like, the equip menu. This seems to be the equip menu. And it, I'm gonna talk. So yeah, as you can see, throughout the trailer, we've seen like multiple different weapons, like the Splatter Shot Juniors, the standard Splatter Shot. We've seen the Octo Brush, and we'll soon see like the probably the Dynamo in a little bit. But we also have I'm gonna guess that's like I think that might be the mini Splatling. That's at least a Splatling. So I think like this is level 13. We got like a level 13 like mini Splatling here, and we got like 2 gadgets, which, holy shit, no fucking way, the L button, the L button has a use now. We now have a use for the L button. Let me get a different controller. The L button has a different use. The L button has a use finally that isn't just a suggestion. For those who don't know, the L button is like only has like 2 uses in the entirety of Splatoon, and Splatoon 3 is the only time in which it has that second use. The first use is to go between different menus, is to go left through menus. And the second use in Splatoon 3 is the same thing as the A button in Salmon Run. In Splatoon 3 Salmon Run, if you press the A button, you throw a golden egg. If you pressed L, it would do the same thing. It was just a separate button for it. And I don't think anywhere in the game really stated that. So we finally have an actual definitive use for the L button now. And not only that, this screen in particular really lets us kind of see. It really kind of lets us like see like they like we have like two things here, right? We could probably equip like different gadgets in these two slots to customize our playstyle differently. And not only that, we have different relic powers that we could use. And we got I'm gonna guess the ink tank thing there is just like upgrading it over and over again. But we can also, but not only that, we can also like tinker with our stuff to maybe upgrade them in different ways. As we'll see like here, like we'll see, as we see here, we can upgrade our weapons. So you can upgrade our weapons in different ways. So that really just allows us a lot more customization, really. And I'm gonna be honest, this is really cool. It feels like the Splatoon devs are tinkering with the idea of possibly giving us more freedom as the player, like more freedom for us to do what we want to do. It feels like that's what where the devs are going with this, where they're like testing out the idea of allowing us to customize our weapons a bit more, and maybe we'll see that in Splatoon 4. Maybe we'll have like some kind of Splatoon Raiders type system where we get to have our main weapon, like a splatling, a roller, a splatter shot, blaster, whatever, octobrush, and and not only do we get to tinker with that weapon in particular, maybe we get to tinker with that weapon in particular. We also get to tinker with our other stuff. Like we get like different subs that we can use, and we can also tinker with them in different ways to like alter our gameplay even more, so that we have like pretty much an infinite number of different play styles to go with. And so yeah, I definitely like maybe like have like a Splatoon 4 version of the relic powers. I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool if like just from what I can see here. That seems to be what they're like, because the Splatoon devs have done this kind of stuff before, where they go through and test something through a different medium, and then it becomes its own thing later on. Where it becomes its own thing later on in like a different way, where with the challenges they went through and tested like they've went through and tested some stuff using the challenges on Splatoon 3, and that has went through and like they used the results of those challenges to go through and like make some changes to the game that they wanted to make. Like they wanted to make some changes to the game, so they tested it through the challenges, through the Splatoon 3 challenge mode, and they then made the changes afterward. Like they then made the changes afterward at some point, and I'm suspecting they're kind of doing that now with the 11.0 update, where they added flow aura and the health bars. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I, along with like some other people, have the idea that they're doing that. Like they might be doing that as like testing out something. Like I already know Pro Chars definitely suspected that the flow aura thing is like is the devs testing out like an alternative to Tacticooler and all that. That's kind of what he suspected, and I wonder, and I am also suspecting this as well, like something similar with this as well. Like they're testing out a completely new gameplay style using a spin-off to they might be using a spin-off to test out new mechanics for the main series. Like that might be what they're doing, and even if it's like not the main mode for like Splatoon 4, maybe for Salmon Run, maybe it's like maybe it's Maybe they're testing out mechanics for Salmon Run to implement into Salmon Run for Splatoon 4 maybe. Who knows? All I know though is that this is a really cool system, and it would be a shame if this whole stuff if all this stuff went only to Raiders. It would be really cool if this stuff also went to like a mainline game as well. Like they expanded upon it further in a mainline game maybe. That would be really cool, I think. And I also want to kind of point out these things over here. I kind of started briefly talking about this, but the tank. I wonder if this is like if like the like because we've seen a few different types of like ink tanks throughout the trailer, and I do wonder if that's like ink capacity, like depending on the ink capacity, the tank changes look, or if this is like a cosmetic thing here. If this is a cosmetic thing, then sick. We get to like kind of have our characters look a unique way depending on our ink tank. Like in the ink tank, like depending on what ink tank we have, and all that. And all that. So like if it's cosmetic, then that's cool. If it's like ink tank, that's still cool. They're like denoting your ink capacity based on your ink tank, based on how your ink tank looks. That's pretty cool. And also, there's also the bot buddy thing. It seems like this seems to be where like you got this bot buddy slot here, so you can um, choose which member of Deep Cut gets put into the little mech that follows you around. Like which one pilots the little mech. Like I wonder if that's what this little slot is. And like, is there going to be more attributes? Is it just going to be, oh, hey, which member of Deep Cut do you want? Want following you around? Is there like extra attributes? Can I upgrade the little mech as well? Can I give them extra? Can I give the members of Deep Cut different little attributes that they can use? What is this slot for? I want to know what this slot is for, and style. I also especially want to touch on the style here because there's a few different little icons right next to the style thing. So I'm very curious what the style button does, what the style thing here, what the style option here does, because like I feel like is it like because I feel like it might be like just like, oh, here's some overall cost, here's some overall fits for you to use, and you can select between them as you earn them in this little thing here. So like you got one fit, you got like a bunch of different like completely different fits that you can't customize at all. So you gotta go. So if you like one fit, you can use that one, but you can't like fully customize which fits you use, which fits you use and all that. Which fits you can't customize how the fits look. You can't like have a fully custom looking character like you do in all the other Splatoon games. But I think it would be pretty cool though if we could customize that. I think that would be a really cool idea. If we could like have like if you could have like certain pants, certain shirts and all that on. Like if you like the look of a particular shirt, you can wear it with a certain pair of pants if you want, and different, and of course also like if you can also like change out your shoes to whichever you think looks cool or the best for your character. And I also assume that we get to choose what hairstyle what hairstyle we use as well, with given the little gear icon. I also wouldn't be surprised if if that's also where we get to change up our game settings, like our controls, or like do we want to use motion or like just stick controls, or maybe some other stuff or do like, and that might be a place where we also have the color lock as well, like in every other Splatoon game. I do wonder, and also the sensitivity. I do wonder if that's just if that's just everything we're gonna that we can change, or if there's gonna be more options, more things for us to change as well. because it would be nice to be able to change up our entire look without needing to completely recreate our character. But oh well. But I also noticed there's an amiibo symbol right next to the style thing. So what does that mean? Do we get, say, if I scan in one of my amiibos, do I get a new fit? Do I scan my Callie amiibo? Do I scan my Callie amiibo and get a fit that's inspired by Callie? Do I scan in one of my Octoling amiibos and get a fit that's reminiscent of Octoling, of Octarian culture or something like that? If I scan in my Pearl, if I scan in my Pearl amiibo, do I get a Pearl inspired fit? Same thing with Marina. Well, like, what does the amiibos do? Do they give us new fits, or do they function like they normally do? What, like, how do they function? How do amiibos function in this case? Like, it would be nice to know, you know? It would be nice to know, like, does it function? Do they give us new fits? Or is it a case that they function like they normally do, and like they normally do in the Splatoon series, which is pretty much just do kind of nothing. They kind of do nothing. So yeah, I do wonder this, because like it would be nice to have more functionality in the amiibos, at least some more functionality than what we currently have. Because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't like how little the amiibos actually do in the Splatoon series. So it would be kind of nice if we had some extra stuff, you know. And of course, as we've seen here, we got the upgrade stuff. I think I've already talked about this, but yeah, this is cool. This is cool. The upgrade stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the fucking the boss salmonids can sometimes have differing looks depending at random. It looks. Also, I think that, wait, hold on. Is that like a multi-tier? Is that a multi-tier stinger? Oh my god, that looks like a multi-tier stinger. Holy shit, bro. I didn't notice that at first. I thought it was a normal stinger. I guess depending on the region, the salmonids, depending on the region of the Spiralite Islands, the salmonids might look slightly different. Maybe? Oh, wait, wait. Are those, oh my god, those are new salmonids. There's some new salmonids in the crowd here. Holy shit. Those are so hard to see. Are those guys like, wait, you can barely see them. Oh my god, oh my god. The Gelatons. Those are based off the Gelatons. No fucking way, bro. Holy shit. I think those are salmonids that are based on those flying gelaton guys, you know? You know those flying gelaton guys? Hold on, dude. Oh yeah, there's a field guide here. Yeah, okay. Fine. Yeah, the drizzling Capriccioso. The drizzling Capriccioso. I think those are salmonids inspired by the drizzling Capriccioso. The drizzling Capriccioso. Yeah, I think those are inspired by those guys. I think these are salmonids inspired by those guys. I think. At least that's what it looks like. Oh my god. We get the ride on top of, like, oh, okay. Hold on, let's see. No, there's no HUD, damn it. Yeah, but yeah, look how the mech opens up, and then we have just big men here. Oh my god, and there's tiny little big men too. There's tiny little big men. surrounding him. So yeah, I'm gonna guess this is kind of what happens when you have that one meter full, that little power egg meter that is over the icon of the person that's inside the little robot mech. I'm gonna guess that's probably what happens when you fill that up and activate whatever that is. And in this case, with Big Man, you get the ride on his back as he slides around on the ground. With Shiver, she gets on top of Master Meg and charges forward. She summons in Master Meg and charges forward. I don't think we saw... No, I mean, there's Fry, just a close-up of Fry here. But we don't get to see what Fry's little thing is. And that's about everything, I think, for my little analysis. I think that's my whole... like, everything here. I don't know what this guy is. I'm gonna guess this is probably... this is probably maybe a boss? This is probably maybe a boss inspired by those, like vulture-looking salmonids. That we saw earlier? Maybe? But, like, I got nothing on this guy. So, yeah. But yeah, that's, my little, thing. That's my whole little thing on, Splatoon Raiders. And as I showed off, this game is, like, it does have online play, which allowing you to do, online co-op, or local co-op between systems. So, but yeah, this is overall a single player experience nonetheless. And oh my god, this box art. I could probably gush about this game's art style for hours, man. God, this looks so cool. This looks so cool. This game looks so cool. I'm so glad that I have a Nintendo Switch 2. I'm so glad I have a Nintendo Switch 2 console. Because then I won't have to worry about the possibility of not being able to play this game. Oh my god. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I got for you guys for today. For this video. It's a long video, that's for sure. It's a long video. Particularly because I just kept on yapping. But oh well. Oh well. Oh my god, you can see the new salmonids in the background too. You can see the Coax chums and the chum and all that, but you can see the big guy here, and you can see the flying salmonid here. Oh my god. Oh my god, but yeah. This game, I'm Of course, there's also the Amiibo too. There's also the Amiibo too, which are coming out separate. Like, I'm gonna guess, like, from what I saw on the Nintendo site, they're being sold separately. But nonetheless, I'm definitely getting all these. I'm gonna save up all the money I can just to not only to get, not just to get Splatoon Raiders, but I will be saving up enough money to get the Amiibos too. I'm getting them day one. All these I'm going to try my best to get day one. And let me quickly look at the calendar real quick. Ooh, okay, yeah, that is not even, oh my god. That is not even, holy shit. It's not even, it's close. But unfortunately, that is not that's not on a, like, comes out on July 23rd. That is a Thursday. And I checked that specifically because I want to I want to say something. When this game comes out, I'm very tempted to just stream it every single day. I am very tempted to just stream even just a little bit every day. Like, I think I'll come up with I think I might just make a generic thumbnail for the Raiders stream, and I'm gonna dedicate a good while to just playing this game. To just playing this game, like probably every day. I don't. I really want to, but like the resources that would require for me would be insane, and the mental. Oh my god! And the mental stamina I would need. There's like a good chunk of like what I do. Like a good chunk of like my recovery is just like usually takes I usually need to recover for a little bit after I stream every Saturday. So even a semi-daily stream would be for Splatoon Raiders. Like, I really want to do this. I really want to like just go on and say that I want to stream every day, just to play this game every day. Oh my god, it's probably going to be hell for me, but like I'm gonna try my best to just like set up like, if I do go through with streaming this game every day, I will probably like I'll go through and like just set up a very generic thing, a very generic like thumbnail, very for the YouTube side, just like a very basic title, just and all that, and yeah, and just go from there. I think I'll just go from there. Um, but yeah, I definitely want to come out and say I'm very tempted because of how much I've been wanting this game ever since they announced it. Like, I want to go through and just stream this game every day. I hope you guys would be interested in that. It's just like every day. Like, the streams are probably going to be a lot shorter because of the fact I'm going to be streaming the game so often. But like, I definitely want to go through and stream it every day, just to play it every day because I want to play it. Like, oh my god, like at least from beginning to end. I I at least want to stream. I at least want to stream this game from beginning to end, like every day, from beginning of the game to the end of the story, from beginning to end, at least. At least. I don't know about like every day until I 100% the game, because I definitely want to 100% this. At least to the best of my, at least as close to 100% as I possibly can. But I definitely want to at least stream every day until I complete the game. If I continue doing that until I 100%, that's my decision. But I want to know what you guys think about that. It's probably going to take a lot out of me to do that. It's going to be really fun, but like it's going to probably like take a lot out of me because I don't usually stream every day. I can guarantee you guys I'm probably not going to be uploading very much if I do go through with that. Not so like from July 23rd onward until I complete Raiders. I don't think I'll be I don't think I'm going to be like I really do not think I'm going to be able to like get much editing done. So yeah. But I definitely will extend like a question to you. Would you guys be interested in that? In just me streaming every day to just me streaming myself playing Raiders. How would you guys feel about that? Would you guys be interested in that? Would you guys not be interested in that? Let me know. Let me know. I think just nonetheless I will be if I don't go through with streaming it day one through continuously, whatever I decide to do, like let me know what you guys would be interested in, because I definitely do want to stream this day one at least, and then maybe continue streaming it occasionally, like a bit more, streaming a bit more often, so I can continue playing the game with you guys. I think like the most extreme thing I want to do with this is just stream every single day from release until I complete the game and maybe even 100% it. Cause like yeah, it's like this game is going to be really fun. I know that much. I'm very much excited to play this. But I do want to know what you guys think. Would you be interested in that? And and all that. It's like, would you guys be interested in watching me just play the game? Because I know I'm gonna do it. But would you guys be interested in all that? Just at least like somewhere between like every day and every few days at least. Like if I don't do every day, I know for a fact I'm gonna stream. Like first stream is gonna be on Thursday, and then the following Saturday for the weekly stream, I'll be doing Raiders again, and maybe every following couple days I might do every few day every couple days maybe at most, because like I'm very tempted to just do it every day, but I don't know if I feel like every couple days would probably be better for me. Every few days maybe would probably be better for me. But just like I want to play this game full to completion. Um, at the moment, so yeah, at the moment it's still an idea in my head. It's still an idea in my head. Probably won't go through with it though. I just wanted to at least bring that idea up. I just wanted to mention that whole idea of me playing the game, like streaming more often just to play the game more with you guys. And just like continue playing the game all the way up until I either I complete the game or until I 100% it, and then I go back to the whole weekly stream thing. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up just in case just in case you guys had any thoughts about that. So yeah, again, just let me know what you guys think about that in the comments and all that. And expect at least something along the lines of that, at least for me to stream more often after this game comes out. So yeah, again, I'm very much looking forward to this game, as you can tell with the fact that I have the idea of streaming streaming the game and streaming it like day one and doing it more often, and like streaming more often so I can play the game more often and stream and play it with you guys essentially. But yeah. Again, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts and also while you're at it, let me know your thoughts on the trailer in the comments. And what you like, any like thoughts you might have about the trailer, any speculation you guys might have. Do let me know in the comments and all that, because I would like to talk about this game more with you guys. Um, and yeah, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know by liking the video and by subscribing. And if you want, you can share this video with anyone you think might find this video interesting. And yeah, I also do, and on the topic of streaming, I do stream every Saturday, every Saturday on both YouTube and Twitch. So you can tune in for that. Link to my Twitch is in the description if you prefer Twitch. So yeah, that should do it for me for today, for this video. This long video that's bordering on 2 hours of recording. It's definitely going to be a bit shorter than that, but I definitely know I'm not going to really cut too much out, because I do want to get this video out as soon as possible. So yeah, again, you can again if you enjoyed the video, do the usual stuff I just said, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your guys' thoughts on the whole trailer, what you guys like, any speculation you guys have, and stuff like that. Just I genuinely want to talk more about this game with you guys, see what everyone thinks, because this is amazing. Like, I know not everyone's going to be able to play the game. Not everyone in the community is going to be able to play the game because it is on Switch too, unfortunately. But it'd still be awesome to. It still would be awesome to talk about the game at least. And if me playing the game more often is sufficient for you guys, for some of you guys that you can't play the game at the moment, then yeah, I'll stream from day one, on onward pretty much. But yeah, again, of course, I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Link to my Twitch is in the description. If you guys want to tune in for those, especially on during the whole like Splatoon Raiders thing, then yeah, you can follow me on Twitch if you use Twitch. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified of when I'm actually live, I'm actually live. Even if the only reason why you're watching my live stream is for the Raiders stuff, it's fine with me. I also have a Blue Sky that you guys can follow if you want. Link to that is also in the description. And I also have a Stoke server as well. You guys could join that if you want, and so we can talk about Raiders on there too. It's just whatever works. If you guys want to talk into the comment section, that's cool. If you guys are fine with joining, if you guys want to join my Stoke server and all that, then that's cool too. Just whatever. You don't need to join the Stoke server if you don't want to. And same thing for the Blue Sky thing. If you want to talk on there, we can. And nonetheless, thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye, everybody. This game could not come out any sooner, could it?